Hello students, we are starting chapter of sound. We are very much familiar of sound, but the question is how to understand sound scientifically. Sound is a quantity which produces sensation of hearing. It is a form of energy. When sound enters our ear, it causes vibration of eardrum, due to which we hear sound. There is one example that is called tuning fork. It looks like fork. When it is hit by some soft rubber pad, vibration takes place, and because of that vibration, sound is produced. You can see tuning fork in physics lab. For the propagation of sound, medium is required. Means if we try to talk in vacuum means no medium at all, we cannot hear sound of other people. So we can easily conclude that for propagation of sound, medium is necessary. Sound can propagate in all type of medium, whether it is solid or liquid or gas, but speed of sound is different in different type of medium. Speed of sound is maximum in solids and minimum in gases or air, and it is intermediate means neither maximum nor minimum for liquids. Reason is, in solids molecules are closely packed. That is why propagation of sound is faster. By same logic, you can understand that speed of sound is less in liquids and least in gases or air. Sound propagates as longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave is the wave in which vibration of medium particles is parallel to wave propagation. Suppose wave is going in this direction, so medium particles will oscillate like this, parallel to wave propagation. I suppose you are understanding. So when medium particles are coming closer, the situation is called compression, and when medium particles are going away, it is called rarefaction. So sound is longitudinal wave, and it propagates in the form of compression and rarefaction. At compression, pressure is high and density is also high. At rarefaction, pressure is less and density is also less. I repeat, when medium particles come closer, it is called compression, and going away, it is called rarefaction. By this diagram, you can understand compression and rarefaction. It is tuning fork. When this tuning fork vibrates, medium particles oscillate like this. Here you can see the lines are very close. Lines are close means medium particles are very close. So it is compression. Here lines are away, means medium particles are away, so this situation is rarefaction. So air particles or medium particles oscillate like this to produce sound wave. There are some fundamental definitions in this chapter, and these definitions are oscillation. Oscillation means to and fro motion of a particle about some mean position. To and fro motion of a particle about a mean position is called oscillation. Frequency. Number of oscillations in a second is called frequency. Number of oscillations in a second is called frequency, and unit of frequency is oscillation per second, or it is also called Hertz, H-E-R-T-Z. In short form it is written as Hz. Next is time period. Time period is time taken to complete one oscillation. Time taken to complete one oscillation is called time period. Frequency and time period are reciprocal of each other, that is T is equal to 1 by F, or you can say F is equal to 1 by T. Time period is a type of time, therefore unit of time period is second. Then amplitude. Amplitude is maximum displacement of oscillating particle from mean position. See, this is a diagram of wave. This particle goes to maximum displacement. This particle also goes to maximum displacement. So this displacement is called amplitude. Amplitude is displacement, so unit is meter or centimeter. Wavelength. Wavelength is distance covered by wave in one oscillation. Wave is propagating. It is a quantity which is moving. So it will cover certain distance in one oscillation, and that distance is called wavelength. In this figure, from here to here, this distance is called wavelength. Now we understand different characteristics of sound. The first characteristic is loudness. Loudness is the characteristic by virtue of which sound is intense or feeble. Feeble means weak. For example, suppose some music system is being played at very low volume. So sound you hear is very feeble. But if volume is increased, loudness of sound increases. Now the question is, what are the factors on which loudness depends? There are three factors. The first factor is amplitude. If there are two waves and amplitude of first wave is more, then loudness of that wave will be more. And if amplitude of second wave is less, then loudness of second wave will be less. Loudness also depends on distance. Suppose you are hearing a source from a small distance, loudness will be more. And if you are hearing from big distance, large distance, loudness will be less. Loudness also depends on size of vibrating body. If size of vibrating body is small, the sound produced by the body will be of less loudness, and if size is big, it will produce more loudness. Next characteristic is pitch. Pitch is the characteristic by virtue of which sound is shrill or grave. Grave is also called flat. I can give one example. Sound of women is shrill and sound of men is grave or flat. The quantity on which shrillness or graveness depends, or directly you can say the quantity on which pitch depends, is frequency. Higher the frequency, higher the pitch, and if pitch is high, the sound is shrill. Similarly, if frequency is low, the sound is flat or grave, and pitch for such type of sound is less. So pitch of women is high and pitch of men is low. Last characteristic is quality, also called timbre. If two musical instruments are being played, then we can recognize or distinguish the two sounds. The characteristic of sound by virtue of which we can distinguish sounds coming from two different sources is called quality. Quality depends on waveform and number of harmonics present in the two sounds. Harmonics means some additional sound waves having higher frequencies. If there are two sound sources, one sound source has two harmonics and the third one has three or more harmonics, then we can easily distinguish sounds of the two sources. Last topic of the chapter is monotone. Mono means single, tone means frequency. If a sound source has sound of single frequency, that sound is called monotone. Normally, if a sound source is played, some additional frequencies are also present. So pure monotone is normally not obtained from sound sources. We need special arrangement and special care is also taken to produce monotone sound. Now let us understand different types of musical instruments. Musical instruments are of different types: percussion instruments, wind instruments, string instruments. Percussion instrument is the instrument which is played by thumping, by banging like dholak, tabla, etc. Wind instruments are those instruments which are played by blowing like flute, shehnai, etc. And string instruments are provided with strings. When string is plucked or disturbed, it vibrates to produce sound like guitar, sitar, veena, etc. So this is all about this chapter, students. Hope you could understand and enjoy it. Thank you. God bless you. Keep studying.